Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nati, and if you're not, welcome back. I hope you are all having the loveliest of days or nights, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. This is my island called Sunny Isle, and I am still on my way to getting 3 stars. Um, I'm sorry that I have been gone for such a long time. Um, Things have been just extremely hectic in my personal life, which was preventing me from being able to record and upload. But anyway, over here we have Chief, which, if you've seen the last video, we found him on our villager hunt, which was very exciting for me because I didn't think that I was going to be able to find him. Actually, I didn't think that I was going to be able to find any of the dreamies that I have for this island, but oh well. Um, Over here, I'm just trying to get Tom Nook to sell me a bridge because since we now have, sorry, Chief living in that area, I think it is best to have a incline so that we have an easier access of getting to his house and just that part of the island overall. And since at some point it's gonna get demolished, I just went with a natural ramp. Um, with most things that we have right now, I feel like we're doing the most natural ones, and then later on we'll just tidy everything up, I guess. But going back to me being MIA for such a long time, I did try to record a video. Well, I did record it. And when I was about to start editing it so that I could obviously upload it, the file ended up being corrupt. Uh, so there I was on a random weekday. I don't even remember what day it was. And it had to get deleted because it was no good. But thankfully I was able to record this one, and thankfully the only trouble that I had with this one was the audio. Um which is why I'm just making a voiceover for this one. So I'm sorry if you don't like this format of me just talking over the gameplay, but I just wanted to have a better option for the audio because the original one was sounding a little bit too grainy. I guess I didn't set up my microphone settings correctly. But fear not, for the next video I will have everything um, up to standard. But today we are focusing on decorating Able Sisters. Because I know that that was the building that I was always talking about in the last like 3 videos that I've uploaded, and I never got to it. So what better time to focus on it than on my um welcome back video, you know? Um since I don't have Nintendo Switch Online, I'm not able to travel to special islands to get materials. So today we're just working with whatever it is that I had available in my storage, and as well with some DIY stuff. Although not many, because there are most items that I used today were either bought or I got them from those special islands that I'm sure most of us know about. Um But I hope that at some point I'm able to mm, create custom paths because I don't have the 3-star islands right now, and I don't have Nintendo Online, so I can't get many of the features that I would like to have. If it was up to me, I would already have codes for different paths and decoration stuff. Um, but it'll be something that has to be done later on in the future. Um, anyway, how are you? I'm sorry. I am a little bit nervous because um I don't know how mm, I don't know how this video will end, which is making me a little bit nervous with the voice recording, but I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it so far. And yeah, I think we can just use this video to catch up, tell each other what we have been up to, and what our plans for our island or just overall games um, are going to be for the next few months. Um, Over here, I'm just placing random things just to get a feel because for this time, I didn't look up any inspiration posts on Pinterest, which I could have, but I feel like that would have sent me into a spiral about me not having all these extravagant items and not having the amount of creativity that other people have when creating their islands. Since I've always taken the simple route, because I begin to if I begin to try and do more extravagant things, I feel overwhelmed very easily, which leads me to having creative blocks. So, until I figure out how to deal with that better, I will just be going with whatever my heart feels like doing, you know? But how are you guys? How are your islands? Have you restarted? What's going on? Um, I saw that like 2 months ago there were uh a lot of people again restarting their islands, especially with the release of Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm not gonna lie, I also had the urge to delete this island, and then I remembered that if I do that, it won't be fair to you guys or to myself because I really want to stick to this island and I want to finish it because I don't know if I have mentioned it in previous videos, but I have never finished any of my islands. I always leave them halfway done. I always leave them that, like, with them missing mm, 3 or 4 more decoration areas, but I never fully pull through with them. So with this one, I actually want to make it my forever island and work on it as much as I can. Um, but if if you guys ever get bored of this island, um, literally just let me know, and and I will think about either making something new happen in the island or just deleting the island overall. Um, but those are things that we shall see later on. Um, how do you guys feel about the Nintendo Switch 2 though? Because I have seen a lot of talk about it these past few months since it got released, and even previous to its release. I know that a lot of people were already sketchy with the terms and conditions that um, Nintendo Switch had added. Well, not Nintendo Switch, just like Nintendo. And I know that a lot of people weren't fully okay with um, not having complete rights to their purchases of the games. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What have you guys heard? If you purchased the Switch 2, how are you liking it? What main differences are you noticing that are better, either on the first Switch or the second, and even the OLED? Um, you know, I feel like I should I should look up maybe of tech savvies to see what they are saying about the systems, because I mean, for me, as long as it works and as long as the graphics are good and I'm able to access the videos, I already think that it's great. But I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. Um I think that I forgot where I was going with this part of the build. Um but I definitely feel like I should have taken those flowers out of the way just to have it a little bit more organized. I definitely want to go back in to the game so that I could maybe add some fencing, maybe just look up a tutorial of how to create dirt paths, um, just to tie things a little bit better, kind of like how I did it. I don't remember if I mainly did it like that with um with the campsite, but I do remember that I tried to build the campsite in a way where the path to walk, just the regular path, was a little bit pronounced. But I would definitely like to build um or create some sort of path design just so that I could have them right now, since we don't have access to the wonderful designs that others have made. Um, but yeah, I feel like I could definitely I could definitely go back into the game and just add a few more things here and there, even though we're not mm, close to the end of the video, obviously. Um, I already know that I could have done other things differently. I could have added a little bit more stuff, but during that time, I just remembered the things. I was gonna I was gonna say the things. No, the things that I had available already in my storage unit and in my DIY section. But I don't know. Maybe we'll I'll think about whether or not including it in the next video. Although for the next video, I have some other plans. I want to try other games that I haven't tried with you guys. Obviously, because right now my channel is just filled with Animal Crossing content. But I definitely want to try other games, even if they are free games. I feel like free games need to be talked about the most, to be honest. Well, not the most, but I feel like they deserve a space on the internet of people actually filming gameplays, because there are some good ones out there that can serve as content for YouTube, and even like small TikTok clips. Mm, but we shall see. Um, mm, I think I'm trying to while I'm watching. Uh, well, no, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to calm down. So while I'm looking at the video while I'm recording, also to make sure that I'm coherently saying things that go with the content that you guys are watching. Um, I don't know if I should have checked to see if that chalkboard had other customizations that could have been done, because I definitely would have liked to place it with other designs. Oh my goodness, the magazine rack was it's such a simple item, but it was giving me such a hard time because I didn't know where to put it so that it would look good and that it wouldn't look out of place, because I knew for sure that I wanted it to be in this build. I from day one I knew that near Able Sisters there had to be a magazine rack, because to me fashion links with magazines, because duh, you want to stay on the loop of things. So obviously you're going to rely what um on what they are showing. um I also have to have the right end of the cliff open, because by the time that I go back into the game and the other ramp is built, I need to have the 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 correct amount of space so that I can put a ramp there, because from there we're going to build a laundromat. So it's going to kind of connect to Able Sisters since they are similar. Um and then what else? What else did I want to tell you guys about this build? I know that I just had something that I wanted to say, and I oh yes, because for this build I also wanted to be kind of as if Sable comes into the island pretty often, and so that little table with the sewing machine, and later on you guys will be able to see the other things that I put in it, because this isn't the final result obviously. But I wanted to feel like that kind of space, and as well as a space where I can have uh, some villagers act as fashion students, and they can be out here sitting in the um sitting on the couch, just trying to sketch new clothing designs, maybe for a project and stuff like that. Oops. Um, I feel like that would be, I feel like that would be cute. I think it would add a little flair to to the lore of the island. Mm, I also want to display some of the garments that Able Sisters offer, like the clothing rack that I put in the back. It in my brain, this is how the lore works for it. The rack that is behind the table with the sewing machine is all the purchases and all the projects that Sable has of customers that have come up to her being like, "Oh, hey, I know that you can act as a seamstress," like that would be her job, as well as rating um from 1 to 10 the outfits that the villagers are wearing, although we know for sure that the one that she's always criticizing is us whenever she comes into the island. um but I think that that's pretty cute lore. I also love the idea of having that magazine on the floor. I don't know why, but it it was really nice. um I feel like it looks pleasing there, as if a villager just came in and they were probably waiting for Sable um to reach them in the line, um so that they could ask her to maybe fix a garment of theirs and stuff. And they thought that they were putting it back in the rack, but instead it fell on the floor. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys noticed that I changed my outfit because mid build I went inside Able Sisters to buy the garments that I said that I wanted to display. And originally I was going to put the dress that I have on as the dress that the students would be working on, but it blended a little too much with with the with the ground. So I thought that better it would be better to have the yellow dress. But I think that it's coming really cute. Um Definitely obviously could improve some things, as I've said earlier. But oh my goodness, do you guys think that we're going to get any news of a new Animal Crossing game in the next Nintendo Live? Because the amount of videos that I have popped up on my TikTok or on my YouTube recommendations has been absurd. Like the amount of people that are already speculating that because Isabel showed up in a clip in like I think they said the last Nintendo Direct, that maybe they were hinting that a new Animal Crossing game is soon to be released or announced. But I haven't seen anything else, you know. And I feel like I feel like it would be pointless to get my hopes up. I'll just get my hopes up once they actually announce, like, hey, we know that you guys have been waiting for a new one since like 2022 or 2021. But here you go. In the meantime, I'm happy with the version that we have. Um, oh, and then in the last time that I recorded a video, well, no, the last time that I uploaded a video, During our villager hunt, Bianca uh, left the island. And since I wasn't in the game, the her plot ended up autofilling. Mm, but I don't remember what the name of the new villager is. I can tell you that they aren't staying because they just don't go with the they don't go with the vibe that I'm thinking of for this place. Definitely for another island, like for a future island, I would definitely consider them. Oh, it would be so fun to make because the villager is a squirrel, I think. It would be so fun to just make an island based on one species of villagers. But those are for future plans, and I'm sure someone else has done them. But just because someone else has done them doesn't mean that I can't do it later on. And over here we're just adding the final touches. There we go. Now we have the little corner for students to to sit down and sketch their final project ideas maybe for fashion school, and they're 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 living la vida loca. And then I don't think I'm using anything else that I have, so I think that we are just going to go for the montage because there's nothing else to add. Okay, and then that would be all for the video. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next time, and I will make sure that it's soon. Bye!